Hi, everyone. Today we're going to do a dining review of every restaurant and food offering on the Anthem of the Seas. Right after this. Hey, everyone. John here from Bite Size Cruises. Welcome back to our channel. If it's your first time here, thanks for joining us. We give some cruising advice, some cruise tips from a travel advisor's perspective. So today we are going to do a full dining review of every food offering on the Anthem of the Seas. We did this previously with Norwegian Getaway, and there was like one or two places that we didn't go to, and the snarky people in the comments section came after us for it. They said, it's supposed to be a full dining review, but you didn't go here. We got it. All right, so this is a full dining review. We tried hopefully every food option. If there's something that we missed, I'm deeply sorry for it. But anyway, let's start off. Day one, we get on the ship on Sunday. November the 6th, we did the Key, so we had the Key lunch. We're going to do a full review on the Key. We're going to redo our Is the Key Worth It? Because our perspective changed a lot in this last cruise. And we did the Key lunch, and the Key lunch is great. It is long. So we got there at 11:30. We didn't get out of there till 1 almost. But it's really nice. They take your luggage. They deliver it to your room, your carry-on luggage. You sit down. You have this really nice, slow-paced lunch. There's nothing going on the ship that's all that important. We already had made our dinner reservations, our show reservations, and then we went to lunch. Long lunch. We got out of there at 1. You can go right up to your rooms because your rooms are ready at 1 o'clock. Although there's 5 million people standing in the hallways waiting to get to their rooms. For what? I have no idea. You're on an amazing cruise ship with 5 million things to do, and the best thing you could think of to do is stand 50 people deep by the doors waiting for your rooms to open. I have no idea. Bring a backpack, bring a bathing suit, go enjoy the pool deck, people. So Key lunch, really good. You could do filet mignon for the Key lunch. They also have a burger. They have some other options, but it's really good. You get a salad, some shrimp if you wanted. There's some appetizers. You get dessert. It's like just a really nice, slow-paced way. Instead of the rat race that is the Windjammer or the buffet on any cruise ship or just trying to find other food options. I think Norwegian's a little bit better with having multiple places to go on day one. But on Royal Caribbean, it's like Sorrento's or you're heading up to the Windjammer. So there's not a ton of things to do. So this makes it really nice. It's very relaxed, and food was great. For dinner on night one, we went to Wonderland. So if you haven't been to Wonderland, the food is super interesting. There's going to be a lot of plays on texture. If you're a really picky eater, this is probably not the best place for you. However, it is a lot of fun. So if you just want to go and like enjoy the whimsical nature of it, it's fun, and just try to get bland food or something easy. You can minimize your experience if you want to, but it's fun to not do that. So we had a server. His name was Lloyd. He was great. And as per normal, you go in, you're going to paint your little menus and bring them to life. Then they bring you real menus, which is new. They never did that before for me. You can read the real menu. And then we chose to let the server kind of guide us on a journey. It was AJ and Meg's first time at Wonderland. So we did that, which was really fun. And they pretty much brought us out. We went to Wonderland twice. We'll get to the second time. But they pretty much brought us out every appetizer. So we tried everything. And then for dinner, I had the short ribs, which were really, really good. And then AJ had the branzino, and Meg had the snap, crackle, and pork. Everything was really good. Food's great. It's just a ton of fun. The drinks are fun. They have a little Cheshire Cat Cosmo that comes with cotton candy on top. It's just a fun way to spend the night. And then for dessert, which is the real highlight, we tried one of each of the desserts, which is the forbidden apple, which is like a mousse. The mushroom forest little thing that looks like mushrooms, but they're like little cakes with pavlovas on top. And then the world. So the real highlight and the showstopper is the world. It's peanut butter ganache with ice cream. It comes in a chocolate ball, and they pour the hot caramel on top, and it melts the ball away. It's incredible. As you'll see by the second time we went there, what we thought of that. So Wonderland, really fun. Great way to spend opening night. So on Sail Away on Royal Caribbean, we do Wonderland if it's available. If it's not, or on Norwegian, we do teppanyaki or whatever the hibachi is. on the cruise ship because that's a fun one too. So we try to do fun the first night. Day 2, we did breakfast at the MDR main dining room. No issues there. The main dining room's good. It's just, again, this is where I think, when we compare and contrast the main dining room on Norwegian, I think the free food on Norwegian is generally a little bit better. The paid food on Royal Caribbean is way better. So, but the main dining room is great. I had eggs Benedict the first day, and then the rest of the team had different, some like salmon, smoked salmon and capers and stuff on a bagel, and pancakes or French toast. Everything was good. Lunch on day 2, went to the Windjammer. There are a lot of ways you can budget your cruise. So if you're looking for a budget experience, I know you're going to wind up eating in the buffet a lot. I think there's got to be a better way to do this. So one, the buffet, it's so crowded, and it's such like these are my opinions in my experience. In my experience, it's such a stressful environment. There are things I love about the buffet. I love the Indian food, no matter what cruise line you're on. They didn't have it at lunch day 2 here, so we wound up having hamburgers and hot dogs, and they were okay. It was fine. But it's always busy. It's always crowded. You're fighting through people. People are gross. So you consistently see people just grabbing things or cutting in line, and just things that aggravate you, that you're on a cruise and you're on vacation. You shouldn't have to feel. Or like the super entitled people that are taking like 50 crab legs or whatever they're, the things that drive you crazy at the buffet. So I prefer to not eat at the buffet. I understand that if you're really going budget and you're trying to like save money, or you have kids or whatever it is, and your kids are picky eaters, the buffet sometimes just works. I get it. Also, a little bit of a disturbing thing I saw on this cruise that I haven't seen since pre-pandemic, and we'll talk about it a little more as we go through this, and probably more when we do our tour of the ship. When you come into the main dining room, especially on Norwegian, they're like super hardcore about washi, right? They're spraying your hands. They're making sure you wash your hands. On this particular sailing, they would tell you to go into the hand washing thing, and people were not washing their hands. And this was a recurring theme through the whole ship. We saw it on like the boards, the Facebook groups and everything, of like people saying like people were getting sick or whatever was going on. Nobody was washing their hands. They were just walking through, cutting around. It's the first time I've seen it since pre-pandemic. So it's a little bit alarming, but we'll see what happens. It might have just been a one-off. But lunch was fine. It's hamburgers and hot dogs. It's fine. No issues. For dinner, we went to Jamie's Italian. So as we've been on this cruise journey, I think this was my 45th cruise or 46th cruise. It might be more. I don't even know. This is like the 8th one this year. So super blessed to be going on all these cruises. But Le Bistro had been my favorite restaurant on any cruise ship. It is now Jamie's Italian. So we had the charcuterie board. They bring out this like big board of like meats, a little bit of cheese and some other things, some bruschetta, a little bit of garlic bread. It's amazing. The actual garlic bread appetizer is incredible. And then we had a bunch of different pastas, carbonara, tagliatelle. I had the short ribs for dinner, the best entree I've had on any cruise ship ever. It was amazing. They're braised for 12 hours. Our waiter was Anton from the Ukraine. Again, amazing. The staff is just so good on board the ship. AJ had salmon. Meg had just a couple pastas. And then we had the crispy polenta chips and the posh fries as well. Just a spectacular dinner. For dessert, they have some amazing desserts. I had the lemon meringue cheesecake. It's incredible. They also have tiramisu. They have Italian standards too. The tiramisu is pretty good. It's not the best tiramisu I've ever had, but it's good. So day 3, we did a breakfast at the Silk Buffet. So this was one of my 10 things you must do in that video. So we found out on day 2 or day 3 so obviously we found out on day 3. If you go down to the line where the main dining room is, the left side is the main dining room. The right side, they have a little buffet. It's almost like a little brunch buffet. It's really cool. We went there for breakfast a few days in a row, and it's great. They have everything you can imagine: fruits, bagels, oatmeal. They have the little hot trays, so you have bacon, sausage, French toast, pancakes, eggs, scrambled eggs, fried eggs, anything you could want. And then obviously they will bring you coffee and juices and danishes and stuff like that as well. It's just great. It was really great. We wound up eating there quite a few days and really enjoyed it. I recommend it. It was good. Day 3, we did Johnny Rockets for lunch. It's okay. I mean, I think the one thing disappointing, Meg went to the American Diner last time we were on Norwegian when we were on Getaway, and she raved about it. And the food looked spectacular. The shakes looked spectacular. It looked like a meal that you would pay for. Johnny Rockets does not look like a meal that you would pay for. So it comes out and, the onion rings are like cold and fries are cold and you get your shakes and they're fine and the burgers are good. But as an a la carte, obviously we had the unlimited dining package, so we didn't pay for it. It was fine. It was good. If you were paying for that as an a la carte meal, I don't think it's worth it. But just my opinion. But it's fine. If you have the dining package, go there, grab it one day. It's all good. The line is long. You get little beepers, and then they bring out your food to you. So that was good. For dinner, we went to Izumi. We did the $35 fixed price. Remember, on Anthem, they don't have hibachi. They only have sushi. So we did that. We did some apps. We did a little sake. We did... so pro tip, don't order the miso soup. They bring that out automatically. They'll just give it to you. Everything else, you get 1 small plate, 2 large plates, and a dessert. And it is a ridiculous amount of food. There's 3 of us, so we wound up having 6 rolls, which is way too many rolls. We each had an appetizer. I had the crispy fried chicken, the Karaji chicken or whatever. That was great. And then for dessert, we all had mochi, and that was really good. So food at Izumi, very good. The $35, again, we had the unlimited dining package, so we didn't have to pay for it. But if you go there, they do have that $35 fixed price menu, and it's a ton of food for $35. Well worth it. Day 4, breakfast at the Silk Buffet. Again, that was a theme. We'll do that a few more times. Lunch, since we were off the ship in Labadee, we came back and did Sorrento's for lunch, and it's good. Sorrento's pizza is good. I heard the pizza on MSC is really good, and the pizza I know at Alfredo's on, I think it's called Alfredo's, on Princess I heard is great. I have not tried that on Princess, and it just reminds me of The Office, whether it's Alfredo's Pizza or Pizza by Alfredo's, whatever. But I digress. So I am looking forward. We're going on MSC in April and in May, which is interesting, back to back. So I'm interested to try their pizza since it's an Italian cruise line. But Sorrento's is fine. It's good pizza for grab and go pizza. I have no issues with it. They also have some potato. They have salad items too, some almost like potato salad, some tomatoes and different things there, mushrooms. They're good, really good. And then dinner, we went to Chops. Chops is just great, consistently very good. We had shrimp, tuna tartare, and the bacon as appetizers. Then I did the lamb. It was good. Wasn't the best lamb I've ever had. We'll talk about that in a minute. But it was good. And then AJ had the branzino, I believe, or the salmon. And then Meg had the petite filet. All good. And then we had your standard warm chocolate cake dessert. Really good desserts. So Chops is really good. I like where it is on Anthem. It's tucked into the corner next to the Schooner Bar. It's a quiet little intimate steakhouse. I like it a lot. It was really good. Day 5. Here we go. Before we do day 5, we'd like to ask you to subscribe, right? I'm pulling a Tony from La Lita Loca. I'm not going to do the jazz hands. Tony owns that. I think they're copyright. And since he forgot it the other day, so he did an apology video where he did it twice in a row. We love Tony. So we'd like to ask you to subscribe to our channel. That's what I was saying. It's the Tony's call to action. It really does help. Helps us figure out what content to produce and how we can help you have a better cruise experience. So thanks so much. We really appreciate it. Day 5, breakfast, Silk Buffet. Again, really good. Day 5 for lunch, we didn't really do anything. We were in the Dominican Republic, which was awesome. So we were off the ship just wandering around. Day 5, dinner. Highlight. So I've never eaten dinner at the Solarium Bistro before. It's a la carte, but we have the dining package. So you go in and the appetizers you can pick yourself. So you just go up and you can grab stuff off of the trays. They have like calamari, tabbouleh, baba ganoush, hummus, some seafood items, some ceviche, a bunch of different things. Really good. And then you pick your entree. So I had the lamb there. It was like spicy Mediterranean. It was so good. One of the best meals I've ever had, like entrees on a cruise. Great. And then dessert, same thing. You can go up and pick your own desserts. They have cookies and other different types of Mediterranean desserts that are escaping my mind right now. But they were all really good. And that was really like a highlight for us. I didn't realize that the Solarium Bistro was so good. I do recommend if you're going to go there, get a reservation because they did ask us and it did get crowded as I was there. We went really early, but it was getting crowded. So day 6, we did breakfast at the MDR again. Same thing. Breakfast is just good. It's fine. You'll notice again, we don't really do the buffet. It's just, to me, it's just not worth the aggravation. MDR's complimentary as well. So we just go there. It's less stress. You sit down, you can relax. I know if you have kids and different things, it's easier to go to the buffet. Day 6 for lunch, we did the Doghouse. We don't want to leave any of the food options out. So we did Doghouse. I did a bratwurst. Meg did a hot dog. AJ did not. She just got some soda from the freestyle machine, which is right next to the Doghouse. So we did some sauerkraut, some relish, all of those fun things. And we had a really good lunch there. The Doghouse is great. I love it on the Oasis class ships because it's right on the boardwalk. So it gives you that kind of boardwalk experience. But it is up by Seaplex on 15 on the Quantum class. And it's great. Day 6 for dinner, we went back to Jamie's Italian. We tried the other pastas that we hadn't tried yet. And then we had the lasagna, which was one of the things that we hadn't tried yet. And AJ had the ice cream with honeycomb on it, which looked really good. And then we switched to the desserts. I had the tiramisu and Meg had the Italian lemon meringue cheesecake, which is so good. And we had Anton again. Anton was really great. It was the day before my birthday, so everybody sang happy birthday to me, which was really nice at the restaurant. And that's it. That was a great meal. Day 7, breakfast at the MDR. Good. And then we were wandering around, and everybody decided to like break and go do something different. And I was going to go to my room and get some work done. And my roomster was in my room. So I looked on the old cruise compass, and I saw that there was a like behind the scenes tour going on. It was like called Sip Tour Brunch. That's what it was called. So I ran down and did that. So what I will say is bang for your buck, probably not worth it. It was like $40. But it was spur of the moment. I didn't have anything going on. I had a $50 onboard credit. Why not? So I went. The behind the scenes tour was really cool. I got some cool footage of where they make all the different entrees. I found out what all the different sashes or collars around the chefs are. They have yellow, red, and blue. Yellow means that you just started less than 9 months ago, so you're doing your like internship there. Blue means you're in your second 9 months, and then red means you're a station leader. So I saw where they prepare a lot of the cold and warm entrees for the MDR and the Windjammer. And then we saw where they make potatoes and soups and everything. It's just fascinating, right? Where they're mass producing these things. And they taste good. So it's really crazy to see how they do it. I think it's the one thing we all take for granted. We're like, hey, the food wasn't that great. But it's also like they're cooking for 7,000 people a day. It's unbelievable. So that was cool. After that, you went back into the dining room. You had a mimosa or champagne, which was really nice. And then I had like dinner, another like big lunch at like 10:30 in the morning. And I wound up having like a shrimp and filet at 10:30 in the morning, which is really good, but unnecessary. So that was really good. So again, we're trying to try all the different food options. And then lunch, we didn't do anything. Obviously, there's no way I could have eaten. And then dinner, we did Wonderland again. There was also one day we did room service, just like in the middle of the day. We got like a couple sandwiches and stuff just so we could be able to try it. It was fine. The burger from room service was actually better than the burger at the buffet, but it was fine. Dinner, we went back to Wonderland. We tried all the other apps that we hadn't had yet, and we tried some different entrees, and then we all got the world for dessert. because it is incredible. We had Lloyd again as our server, and Ami from the Philippines came over and talked to us, and we asked if there was like a hidden Alice, because we know on like some of the ships there is a hidden Alice, and she said that she was the hidden Alice. So she was really nice. Everybody was great, and that is all the food that we ate on the Anthem of the Seas. Did we miss anything? I'm sure we did. I'm sure we'll get criticized for something. But let us know. What's your favorite restaurant? We did have the ultimate dining package, so I know that that's expensive. Like for me, I'd rather spend the $200. I think it's $219 on the ultimate dining package than spending $500 on the drink package. So the drink package would have been, I think it was 72 times 7. That's over $500. So I'd rather spend the money on food than drinks. I think the most I ever had was like 2 drinks in a day, and it just doesn't seem to make sense to me. And that's just me. Everybody, you know, like there's a lot of people that will have a drink on the pool deck, a mimosa for breakfast, a drink in the afternoon, a glass of wine. It doesn't mean you're an alcoholic. It just means that you're having fun on vacation. You're having a couple drinks. We're also working during the day, so it's not the best environment to get hammered and then try to get a bunch of work done. But that's it. If you have any questions, please let us know. Again, thanks so much for watching the videos. We really do appreciate it. Anything else you want to know about Anthem of the Seas, we're going to go live one day next week and talk about it. And we are also going to do a full ship tour, which will come out next week. But other than that, we hope everybody has a great day, and we will see you next time. We're going on Symphony. Well, some of us are going on Symphony on December 3rd. I am unable to make this one, but AJ and Meg and their significant others, it's usually our like team trip at the end of the year. They're all going, so they'll be doing a bunch of videos from Symphony. So you'll see that December 3rd through the 10th. We hope everybody has a great day, and Black Friday right around the corner. Look for some great cruise sales coming up. We'll talk to everybody soon. Thanks so much. Bye.